All right, good morning to each and every one of you all. You've had 2.5 minutes of nothing but beautiful serenity. Good morning to everyone, and blessings to you on this new first day of the week. And that would of course be today, which would be Monday. We are in an area known as Paynes Bay, and we've been asked to do a little footage down here because we actually haven't seen down here since Beryl came through. And a lot of people have been asking what it is like. You've seen some pictures and stuff, but we want to bring you our vlog of what this area is like. You would remember we did one that came down from actual Paynes Bay and walked by in front of Tambourine and Daphne's, what was Daphne's, and Tambourine itself and the house. However, we didn't get this far down, so this is what we want to take in today. All I can say is mind-blowing, mind-shattering. Can't believe all this sand and stuff has taken place since Beryl, or due to Beryl, or since we've been here last time. I'm sure all kind of things contribute to it, but this is our first visit here for quite some time anyhow. So good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados. We're going to say our serenity prayer now. It's a prayer that calms me, gives me direction, and lets me understand where my responsibilities lie, and hopefully God will take care of everything else for me, because I have no control over anything but me. And good morning to each and every one of you all, beautiful Barbados. This is Paynes Bay Beach. We're going to look in this direction where we started. We gave you 2.5 minutes of calmness and relaxation. If you missed that, you can always do a replay on it and go back and capture that later on. Just to let you know, the coming across here, the boardwalk that comes across here, just in front of Turtle Beach Hotel, sorry, not Turtle Beach, what I'm talking about, Treasure Beach Hotel, is extremely mossy, and it's the kind of moss that puts it on the ground. So if you're coming down here, please hold on to those railings with both hands and feed your way across here. Extremely slippery. I have on my beach shoes. It's something I always recommend if I come across here barefoot. I'll be on the ground up there and not doing this vlog for sure. But anyhow, some people say you don't need beach shoes in Barbados, and we advocate you absolutely do. If you're just going to a beach to relax on any said beach, or say walk Carlisle Bay, fine. But if you're going to be walking West Coast where there's lots of erosion, and South Coast where there's tons of erosion, and East Coast where you can find all kinds of strange things, inches under the sand, we recommend if you're doing long walks to definitely walk with beach shoes for sure. So that is just our recommendation. We're not telling other people wrong, we're just telling you what we believe is the correct way to do it. Anyway, we're going to point this direction now. We'll say our serenity prayer. Please join us if you'd like to do so. All others will be back in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. What a beautiful day it is here in Barbados. We got some scattered showers. Conversion zone is running just slightly to the south of the island, so we got little pockets of moisture breaking off and coming up and giving us some drenching. However, it is absolutely beautiful. You can be in rain right now, and in another hour's time be in brilliant sunshine. That's just how it is in the tropics at this time of year. It is hurricane season, as you will remember. All right, so I haven't walked this stretch of beach. Jeanette is not with me today because she is right now occupied on another important matter, so she's working on that right now, but she is with me in my heart and in my soul and in my spirit, and therefore I know you all are feeling her as well, because she would be here if she could possibly be, but she can't be at this very moment. So the journey goes on. We're going to bring you some more love. But you could see right across here, not only are the big concrete slabs that have been laid to walk on, not only are they full of moss, not sargassum, this is moss, the kind that really throws you down. As you can see here in these rocks, this is how it is, thick, 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 going right across that walkway. So anyone who's walked across that kind of moss would know exactly what I'm talking about when it's called peltier dung moss. That is right across here. It has been continuously covered by water all the time, so it's growing quite comfortably. There is a little sand on it that makes it a little bit easier to walk on in certain areas, but please feed your way across here if you're coming from Tambourine, or if you're using a public thoroughfare just opposite the gas station, bottom of Holders Hill. I would recommend, if you're coming northward from there, definitely use two hands, don't use one. If you have anyone that's challenged your walking and stuff, please do not encourage them, discourage them from making it. All right, so all of along here was absolutely hammered due to Beryl. So you can see everyone is putting back up the reinforced walls. You can see a piece of concrete here in the ground. What's up, guys? You all good? Respect, man. You can see the concrete in the ground that was originally breakwater here. That was destroyed. You can see all the roots and everything have come up. Trees have fallen down here. We'll show you in a few minutes. But these guys laying a super strong foundation and then bricks on top of it, trying to protect this property from there on. All right, fellas, do your thing, right, fellas? All right, man, nice. All right, so you can see what's going on here. They've actually gone down quite a bit to where they think it's safe for the foundation to be laid, and then they'll build the casting on top. But obviously all this was not broken down due to Beryl, because obviously a lot of this was being broken down with larger equipment. You can see the equipment just up there. So they would have dismantled this wall. However, it was cracked and severely damaged in Beryl. They know that for sure, because we made it as far as the corner on our post Beryl. However, we didn't make it any further, but we were able to grasp trees down and stuff in this area. You may remember that as well. We also went on a little further after we vlogged and had a look at it, but we didn't come right down on the beach, so this is news for us. All the beautiful casuarina trees that grew along this front line here, all down. You can see the ends have been cut off, and none of these here were before Beryl. This is all Beryl's action, Beryl's power, the power of nature. Just damage, like unbelievable damage. Everyone here, all the front walls have been destroyed basically, and all their land is in front here has gone. You can see the trees, all this grass here was obviously, these trees were erect, but this grass has come up when the roots came up as well. That will just give you a little more indication. You can also see these temporary steps that were never here before are now here. They've also been put down, I guess, to exit and enter the property itself. You can continue walking down here. Beautiful, beautiful Paynes Bay. All right, a lot of people come and say, boy, that place is so beautiful. Yes, we're not saying it's not beautiful. Please do not think for 1 minute, remember talking about the erosion and what's taking place at Beryl, that the beauty is still not all here. It's still all here. But we want you to understand how small the beach is at the moment in this area. So this is high tide. We've strictly, or I should say purposely, brought you here at high tide. Because, you know, we've seen someone the other day, we did a vlog down by 𝐊𝐿𝐿𝐍𝐃𝐶𝐒𝐒. We showed you how limited the beach was. And then someone posted a picture and said lots of beach in front of 𝐊𝐿𝐿𝐍𝐃𝐶𝐒𝐒, which is taken at low tide. Low tide is only about a 6-hour switch. All right, so 3 hours of that prior to the actual due low, and 3 hours after that, the high tide is going to be coming in. So you can appreciate there's not much room out here to lay down on. So we want to show that to you. We want to do it at high tide because this gives you the worst it is. So you see there is some area to put down chairs, but nothing like what it used to be on Paynes Bay. It's beautiful, beautiful this morning. Welcome to all you on board. Quite a few of you are on here, not a massive amount of people. We wouldn't expect that. Monday morning at this time of day, most people are looking to, you know, conduct work or business or whatever. But those of you that are able to join us, thanks so much for your energy and for your presence. We always tell you all the time, numbers indicate positive energy, love and kindness. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, do like the other 4 people so far, give us a thumbs up. If you want to drop us a little comment, you know, if it's constructive, please do that. You know, if it is just good, just do that as well. If you're happy with what you're seeing and you're enjoying walking on a journey with us, please send us a message and let us know. We'd love to read your words and we will certainly respond to them as well. Today we're not using a microphone, so if we do run into any wind blows, you can appreciate that we do not have on a microphone today. But we did want to bring you down here. I didn't bring a whole set of paraphernalia because I got a B-bus here and then doing my walk back in direction of Whole Town. I don't know how far I will get because from what you can see around by even Sand Lane 1 is full of water in front of it. But we're going to go as far as we physically can just to show you what the coastline is looking like. That's our main intention. You can see Smuggler's Cove. Hello, how are you going? Ah, not bad. Have you seen our vlogs before?
No, what is it?
Okay, it's the Journey 246. Hashtag the Journey 246. It's all about love and kindness and peace. So what we're doing is bringing, you're on live right now on YouTube. So if you have any friends, you can wave them off. You feel a little shy? No, don't be shy. It's right, don't be shy. Everything is good. And you know, you have a fantastic day. What's up, my brother? You good? You on a vacation down here right now?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
England.
You were born in Barbados, though? Or you're just English coming into Barbados to enjoy it? Wonderful. And what's your name? I know I can do, you know. I'm going to let him hold my gimbal for me. You can hold that gimbal and you can talk a little bit about what you're seeing, about your vacation, while I get out my card for you. Talk. You will love to hear voices, so.
I really want to.
If you'd like to sing instead of talk, you can do that too. It's late.
I don't want it.
Okay, no problem. I'll come back around. That's all right.
Does it move on its own?
Yeah, it's moving on its own right there now. Basically, it's just balancing on the gimbal. That's what the gimbal is for. But what I want to do is I want to give you one of our cards because we just don't have more mature people like me. I can't say old people because I'm not old. But we also have a lot of youth coming on. And it's all about positiveness in life. Our journey is to show the beauty of Barbados, which starts with the people and the people who live here, and then all the surrounding area. So today we're just conducting a review of what the beach is like since Hurricane Beryl passed through. You have visited here before?
Yeah, we come here a lot.
So you know how bad this beach is now.
Yeah.
You remember how huge this beach used to be before Beryl. Were you shocked when you came down and saw it like this, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard about Beryl, but you had no idea it did all this damage, huh? Well, anyhow, you all enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
All right, and come and join us on the journey. It's all about positiveness. So if you believe in positiveness and you like the feeling of being around people that love and do a lot of happiness and stuff, please come and join us. Okay. Have you ever heard of Q in the Community? No? All right, it's a cultural event for more of an elderly group, but a lot of young influencers coming in, but it's happening at Pelican Village this weekend, known as Pelican Island. They've done a lot of beautifying up there. It's going to happen not this weekend, on Thursday. So if you want, your parents are here with you all?
Yeah.
Okay, so you tell them about Q in the Community. You come on our channel, see what Q in the Community is about. Come and join us on Thursday. Come in front of the camera and shout up all your friends and family.
Yeah.
What's your name, my brother? Sorry? Okay, no problem. I'm Nick, by the way, okay? Or you can call me the Star if you forget your name, Nick. You'll have a blessed day here. All right, take care. Thanks for shouting me up.
Yeah.
All right, take care. All right, so there you go. That's how it goes. That's how we are. We stop to interact. I actually was trying to get the, the gentleman or the lady here to come and walk with the gimbal and tell us a little bit about their vacation, but they're very, 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 very camera shy at the moment. So we're not going to push them for anything. We're just going to talk to them and share some joy. We're not about upsetting anyone. We're about trying to remove barriers of fear or curiosity with love and let people realize all we are interested in doing is sharing love. All right, so give you an understanding for those that are not aware of what Paynes Bay is normally like. You can go back and look at our many, many vlogs that have been done in this area if you want to have a look at it for yourself. But just to give you a general idea, you can see where the painted wall is, right up the painted wall, and actually some of that wall sometimes is under sand. However, majority of the year, right where you're seeing that paint line, that is where the sand will be up to, and that will run along the same levelness as you're seeing the paint work here, right up to the inner bank there, and then it starts to taper off again, as you can see. The concrete work that was conducted here at the same time as when the sand was here. So that gives you an understanding of the tonnage of sand that's moved. All those trees have fallen because of the high tide coming in and the power that came in with Beryl dislodged them and actually brought them down. They would have been here for many, many years. You know, there was a coconut tree that was here as well, a little coconut grove actually, where the guys had some stone artifacts all designed and stuff for you. That has gone now, unfortunately, as well. The entrance to here, just after you pass the gas station at the bottom of Hold It Still going in the northerly direction, you will find a church on your right hand side, a big mahogany tree. If it's still there, could have been chopped down. I can't remember looking at it this morning. But where the guys generally sell pot fish and stuff up on the shade, this is directly opposite that. You can walk straight down through here to this beach as well. So if you want to avoid the slipperiness and stuff, you can do so quite comfortably. All right, so I would like to take you through here though. I want to give you the impressions from right down on the beach itself of what it's like. If you are not sure of who we are, what we are, or what's going on right now, you hear somebody is talking. We are the Journey 246. It's all about sharing love and sharing peace and happiness and kindness with those around us. You know, whenever we share, whatever we give away, always comes back. So we share love. That is our journey. Love is what heals. We're looking to get stronger and more healed day by day, and therefore it all starts and ends with love. 24 hours a day is what we try to do, giving love to everyone we come in contact with and ourselves as well. Remember, if you don't love yourself, how in heaven's name are you going to love somebody else? And if you can't forgive yourself, how are you possibly going to say to someone, I forgive you? You got to start at home. So first of all, start off by forgiving yourself for anything in the past that you have absolutely no control over, and at the time you did it, you would have done it in the best intentions and with no malice, I would imagine. If you had done it with malice, you don't know that's not the thing to do. So forgive yourself first, and then let's move on. I'm going to put the camera on here for a minute, saddle back up with all my paraphernalia, and we're going to continue our walk in a second. I don't want to stop talking because everyone will leave the channel, because everyone either wants to see me or hear me. I know this already. I know you're only on here to see or hear me. This is why I keep telling Jeanette all the time, and she keeps saying, that is not so, Nick, they're coming to see me. Well, I don't believe that at all, and I'm sure you don't either. Don't let her fool you. So here we go again. Again, even on this side of the actual waterway here, same thing again. You can see again how the paint was done around where the sand was. You can see the footage and tonnage of sand that's being moved. You also see the superstructure here damaged as well. That may not only be in Beryl, but that's definitely, I don't remember seeing those big rocks like that there, but it's possible. Don't take in everything all the time. The caboose just down here. Look, the caboose is down in Spikestown, as you all know. This is the, I think it's Caban. I'm going to check again. I can't remember the name of it. I don't see up their flag or thing, but you would remember. This is a very, very popular beach. This was used originally in the days when it was here. They had tremendous flow of people off of cruise ships and stuff. Enjoyed the day down here. They still do have a lot of people. You would have seen Rihanna has some shots with her family down here as well recently. You would have seen other still shots of people down here doing some paddle boarding and stuff like that there, you know, but this is looking completely different to what you would have remembered it as if you had been here a year ago, that's for sure. First of all here would have had sand. All here was sand. So it's all going now. I go over here, I thought this person is a gazebo. Thank you. I finally saw the name. I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you. So no shame. I don't mind admitting when I can't remember something. That's most of the time anyhow. My brother, how you going, man? I coming over to have a quick chat with you, man. I got family all over the world here with us now. We on YouTube. We're doing a live vlog, just showing people the update on the beach and thing. You're working here at the gazebo? Nice, man. You are badly affected by it as well too. Right. So all the sand that was on here got swept away. Wow, man. You almost got like a balcony now, man. What's your name, my brother? Deshaun. Man, Deshaun. Nice to meet you. I'm Nick, man. Good to meet you, man. We just bringing love and peace to the world from Barbados. Right. So you have a great day, my man. All right. Take care, brother. Cool. Alright, so onward we shall go, but you can see anyone who's been on here in the past will know this looks very different to what it normally was like. Sand gone, man. Now, the sand is just offshore. I'll tell you that from my experience going to see down here, not at this location, but at the other locations on the west that I've been going on recently. The sand is just offshore. So when you go into places like Whole Town Beach, for example, although the majority beach is gone, or a lot of the beach is gone, if you walk into the sea, out to the rocks that are laid, where like the groin that stops the surge from coming in, you can actually walk out there, even at high tide, on shoulder deep of water. Normally, under conditions when the sand is not out there, you would go underwater, just a little way off the beach. So you can understand the beach build-up of sand and stuff. Hi, how are you all going? So the beach build-up of sand and stuff like that is offshore. Hopefully, it will come back in, and hopefully it will not need a big north swell to push it back in as well, which is very possible. Either a north swell off of a cold front in November, December, January, February, March, or a big north swell off of a system that passes north of the island and pushes back in as well from that direction. Remember, Beryl passes south, so all the impacts that Beryl has had is going to need something from the north now to put things back in place. And it will get back there eventually, but unless you get something powerful from the north, that will take a considerable bit of time. We'll monitor it bit by bit and let you see as we go, so you will understand what it's like, how long it's taken to build, and how things are going on the coastline. Good morning, how are you? All right, awesome. All right, so down here, a lot of sand. A lot of this is washed down, obviously, with the south impact from Beryl coming through. So you'll find that as well too on a lot of the beaches, like down by Sandpiper and a lot of the other beaches like that, and those covey areas have captured sand to the north of the beach. We talked about that before, so we're not going to spend too much time talking about that right now. But look at the colors of this water. As known by the West Coast people and people who visit here from anywhere, there's a drop off on the West Coast that's created for the same backwash you're seeing now. Normally, even this here is a fairly heavy surge compared to the normal West Coast conditions this summer. So you will find, as you see, it's sucking out, as you're seeing here quite easily. Swell is coming over it, creating that vacuum that's turning up the sand and creating that drop off. So if you're coming down to the West Coast and you're not really very stable, or like stepping up steps and stuff, have a friend with you when you're going in to see, or look around and see if you see people around you. I wouldn't go swimming anywhere by yourself if you have difficulties in getting out, because these areas, especially now that the sand is moving right on a drop off, is going to be a little bit loose and therefore a little sinky. So when you're coming out of the water, it'll be that little bit more difficult to actually come out of the water than normal, because when you step in, it's going to move from under you, because remember, it's not compact now, this is all moving around still. The after effects of Beryl, of course. 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒, yes, good morning, 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒 police, how are you? You can't lock me up. I patted in the name of 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒. This is 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒. I don't mind what anybody else tells you. You know already, I do not make up stories, I don't fabricate the truth. So this is called 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒. I see some young ones here, so let me go out here and have a look at them. Alright, if you've never seen 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒, don't know where you have been in this world, because I know people still see them online all the time. But this is the 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒, and this is the green one. Alright, so first of all it comes up like little blossoms, and then it develops into these little berries. These will then go into like orange and pink, pinkish, and then reddish, and then as it goes into very dark red, or even almost purple, is when they're supposedly ripe and ready to eat. I recommend you just pick them off and throw them away at that stage of the game. You don't want to be putting these in your mouth. I don't mind what anybody tells you about how the antioxidants and how well these work for you and how healing these are. Dr. Dean says they're not to be used internally, and therefore I do not recommend. More licks, more licks. What's the sense of lying around tigers and lions and not pulling their tail, huh? And good morning to everyone who loves sea grapes. This is your vision of it. These make some beautiful hedges. If they're trimmed and manicured correctly, they can be actually outstanding hedges. They also provide tremendous holding for these sands and stuff because of their root structure. But these are all along the coastline now. We used to get tons and tons of _𝐻𝐿 trees that used to do that job, but they have almost all, well, not almost all, but many of them, I would say even the majority of _𝐻𝐿 now have fallen along the coastline due to the erosion and stuff. _𝐻𝐿, remember, is the most dangerous tree in the world. If you go under it when the rain's falling and any sap comes off onto you, you will be blistered. If you scuff the bark or you break a branch with your naked hand, you will get blistered. If you sit on it, well, have on a thick pair of pants or you will most definitely get blistered. Oh, I see another nice piece. A big glass here, sea glass. Another one of my favorite things to collect. Jeanette and myself, we collect these here. We have tremendous collections all over, as many people that come to Barbados do. Remember, sea glass is formed from the glass bottles being broken in water and then rolling up in the sand and getting sort of like sand blasted, if you like to use that word. And then it's all etched off, all the sharpness and stuff, leaving some beautiful, beautiful treasures. Any of you long timers that know Paynes Bay will know that where we're walking right now with all this sand, usually this is water. You would know that for sure. So the sand, as we mentioned, has come north with barrels of fat or impact on it, and therefore the beaches on this side here are building. We were down here, well, you can look through our logs, because we have, I think it's over 3 years now of vlogs on Barbados, and you can see the changes for yourself. Just put in Paynes Bay Beach or something like that there, you will usually find that as that is, or using the names on the map itself, and you will find out. And you can look for yourself. Last time we were down here prior to Barrel, both of the jetties up there, you can see the concrete slightly out of the ground. Both of them were very well exposed. Up by that coconut tree, they had a little island. There was no sand up there. Sand was actually coming, where the water was coming in at high tide would be pretty much where we are standing now. So all this is a fresh development of sand, which is being washed in this direction. We've explained that before in numerous vlogs, so I don't bore you with that. I don't mind if you just hear my voice. Oh yes, so the reason why I talk so much, before I go any further, I'll talk about it here. Let me find a little shade to keep the camera cool before it overheats. The reason why I talk so much is that when I first started vlogging, started this journey, I realized our vlogs really weren't getting a lot of attention. So one morning I went into a gully up in the St. Joseph area and I did a recording of the frog choir. We brought in an international frog choir to chirp for us. We posted that up there, just an audio of the frogs looking at the background scenery of the gully. And we noticed that the counts were higher than any vlog we'd ever done. So we said, well, hold on a minute, that's because we're not talking enough. Because when you're hearing frogs chirping, they don't stop, chirp, 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 chirp. So we said, well, what we do is we will talk from then on. And therefore, we get bigger hits, which we have been getting. It's nothing to do with the information, it's just about you talking. All right, so one Sandy Lane, Rihanna's home. A lot of people say she sold the condo. I do not know about that side of it. All I know is that she did own, or does own, a condo in this section here. This is one Sandy Lane. This is a property that we have been watching before it was actually finished. We've been watching it for years, but then all of the construction and the foundation. This is probably one of the strongest buildings in Barbados. It has massive cast iron pipes that are being pushed tens of feet into the ground, and that's what actually has the holding foundation up here. Very, very strong structure. We watch this actually being built. Rihanna, I know you're probably not on at the moment, because if you were on, you would have waved over your balcony at me, because you know I would be out here. But I am out here, and good morning to you, and thank you for everything you continue to do. We're going to do just like you. We're going to show people the beauty of Barbados. You're one of them, and we will show all the others that we come in contact with. Good morning also to flip the script. That is a family from California, Los Angeles, that came here, that I met on this beach here about 2 years ago, that underwent some, I would have to say, tremendous challenges, physical challenges. You can look at more of their story, put in Flip the Script in your YouTube, have a look at them. There are two people and their family and their kids that came down here to live in Barbados, had to go back home because of medical reasons, but they've just arrived back in Barbados. So welcome back. We know this is where you all call home. So welcome home. It's good to have you back. Hopefully we'll run into you shortly. That's where I met them, right here at this same spot. So when memory kicks in like that, I like to make sure and shout up everyone. Beautiful coral formation all along here. A lot of sand on it as well. Again, the same movements, but it is beginning to clean up now. Water is beginning to settle a little bit, looking a lot clearer than it has for a little while. There are a couple of areas that still have a little bit of discoloration due to the rainwater that we've been having. Like yesterday, we had a very heavy rainfall in the whole town on the west coast, so some of the water is a little bit on the cloudier side, but that would be the reason why, and that will settle very, very soon as well. All right, so sometimes a year you'll come around here, you'll find a nice little beach just in front of this section, in front of this wall. Sometimes a year you'll come around here and you are walking in water with absolutely no sand. So sand again up in this section at the moment, so we can take advantage of that and walk through. The advantage, the disadvantage of walking at high tide is a lot more difficult to get around certain points. However, the advantage of bringing you out here now shows you what it's like, because if you're not aware of tides and you're staying at either end of where we are and you've walked up there in low tide, relaxed on the beach, tide starts to come in, this is what you're going to have to go to get back through, to get back to wherever you are. So remember that. Now we also want to reiterate, if you are doing walks like these, please wear beach shoes. I don't care what anyone tells you. I am telling you from my experience on the beach, which you would know is vast, you need beach shoes. You see why? You're walking down here comfortably, you don't see this here, and that is what sticks you in your, anywhere in your foot. It does serious damage to you. Likewise, you're going to find pieces of groin that have all rusted out. The rots have gone. You'll find pieces of wire sticking up. You will find pieces of broken glass that have not actually been etched up yet into beautiful sea glass. So we are advising you, we're not telling you anything, we're advising you to buy a pair of good beach shoes, ones that don't come off, not ones that you slip on your foot and walk around, ones that you slip on and lace down. Proper beach shoes, get a pair of good ones with good grips and stuff, and that way then you can walk these areas, and you may still get punctured, but imagine if you didn't have it on, what would happen to you. Also, you're going to be finding yourself walking on more reef as we're doing now, and this is reef that has not been exposed for a long time, because normally a lot of these areas have sand on them, some sand on them. So there are a lot of unseen, I would say, dangers lurking under the sand and in the water when you're doing long coastal walks. As I said before, if you go in the beach to relax on the beach and get some sun, chill out there and drink some drinks and stuff, you don't need beach shoes. But when you're doing stuff like this, you don't want beach shoes. My brother, how you going, man? You want to wave off to all our friends all over the world and give them a good Bajan greeting, man? Man, we're doing a YouTube vlog. I don't know if you've seen our vlogs before, the journey to 460, a lot of Q in the community and sunrises and beach and stuff. But our main purpose is to come and get love radiated people, just like you're doing right now. Blessings and respect, man. All right, good man. Have a good day, okay? All right, cool. Now, we've told you about going to Sandy Lane from the south side. We've shown you it from south and from north. However, the last time we brought you down here, there was sand halfway up this wall. As we said before, we do know Barbados had its impact, but we've also seen these conditions before Barbados, because there's usually no sand in this immediate area right now where we are. So if you're walking or trying to get Sandy Lane is not a private beach. I'm going to reiterate that. Sandy Lane is not a private beach. A lot of people say Sandy Lane is a private beach, you can't get to it. Well, you can get to it. Swim around to it, go through the water, come in on a boat, float down there in a lilo, or do a power float in a noodle. But when you get around there, no one can stop you from going to the beach. It is a public beach. We just want to mention, though, that the difficulties in getting to it, some people think that it's a private beach because they just can't get there. Well, they can't go through their property. They're not going to permit that, of course. Yeah, brother, you good? We got someone coming from way up on the track. I'm going to try and get on a closer section here because I don't walk all across there, one hand holding on a railing. See if we can do it. If it's not too slippery, we shall do it. If it's slippery, well, we will come back down and start again. Remember, beach shoes, beach shoes, beach shoes. I can't say that enough. Remember, if you're climbing on coral as well, which can happen, you are going to find yourself in a situation of where there's coral that's breaking or cutting you. So, see all these gables? These are all, well, they're undercover here, but a lot of them on the west coast have them exposed right under the sand itself, because the walls don't have this upper wall, you only have a lower one. If you have been across here over last year, I gotta say, if you last 2.5 years or 3 years, because I've never seen it like this before. I have never seen water in here eating out all the inside of here, taking the sand out through the hole underneath. This has always had rock in it, had something like what you're seeing up in front there, all here. So this is also another impact that has happened due to Beryl and her very strong nature conditions. All right, so we're making our way across here. As I said, we don't know how far we're going to get today because I got some equipment here that I cannot afford to get wet because this is all we have. So we don't want to, you know, steal the joy of every day and only spoil it on one. So we're going to try and take our time when we go as far as we can just to show you what's going on. As we work our way along here, as you know, there are many, many villas in this section. Sand Lane, very expensive place to stay or to purchase. All right, so I guess by now walking here, you will understand the necessities of beach shoes. We're going across very rough areas. Unless you have a hard foot, like my Bayesian brother, the hydrologist, surfologist Ryan, you will have difficulties in walking across here. Yes, he has a foot like a rock stone. So he would have come across here probably with his longboard, run across here and asked me what's keeping me back. Well, you would know, Ryan, I got baby feet, brother. All right, so we can continue going a little further. Now this is the part that I wish we had low tide, because we won't be getting this splattering coming up here and stuff. We have to go that way. All these trees have come down again since Beryl. All those walls have dislodged. That had a chain link fence that went across. You could see the green chain link. Last time we came here, we stepped down, utilizing that, holding on to it and skimming our way across. So that has gone. The chain link fence has been cut down, or it came down when that tree came down. They moved it. We can see if we can get ourselves down onto the sand a little bit and work our way around here. Remember, right now I have to be very cautious. It is very slippery. You know, when you're walking by yourself too, that's another thing. Just be careful where you go. You know, be wary that you're by yourself, and a lot of these places are isolated. There are very few people who are going to walk across here, for example, or any of the cliffs in St. Philip, or any of the ones over on the northeastern side or northern point. So if you're going to any of those areas, we do recommend you normally travel in numbers. Don't mind what you see us do. We don't have a choice sometimes because we want to bring you the beauty of Barbados. So we may sometimes go there by ourselves and do it. But we want you to be cautious, especially coming to areas like this. If anything happens, there is no one to help you. So just be careful. All right, my body got wet there, but so far the camera equipment feels safe. Let's try to step on this sand. There we go. We made it. All right, let's try and skim here. Thank goodness today doesn't have any swell, but you will remember the green chain link fence here. You would have seen it in our vlogs where we held on to it and we came down onto what was the beach. Years ago, we've seen ups and downs on the west coast. We've seen sometimes where there's no beach at all, etc. But what we do not see anymore are the beautiful stretches of beach. You could actually literally have walked from Spikestown right up the coastline, almost into Bridgetown before. However, with that being said, along by Merlin Bay and stuff, you would have had to go through some water at all things. But there would have been sand majority of the way. And the only way you would have to worry about really is where the Cliff restaurant is. That has always had water there. Never seen sand there in front of the cliff yet. But you can see the remnants of the manzanillo trees that have fallen in this area over the years. These are not barrels. These were here a while now. Actually, a lot of the branches were associated with these have been washed away due to Beryl. So they could be anywhere on the coastline, buried and things. So again, another reason why you should wear beach shoes if you're doing adventure walking. No one wants to walk boat with a tan foot. And when I take off a shoe, somebody says, wait, you want a shoe still? Nobody wants that. It's just that you don't want to walk boat with a shirt on. And then somebody says, wait, you still got your shirt when you take it off. You know what I'm talking about. So I understand all that and the concerns of people with shoes, but trust me, you don't want to be fooling around. All right, manzanillo, this is one. This is the actual tree that's coming down here. All this area was full of sand before you could have walked in front here. None of this shell tree was exposed 3.5 years ago, for sure. It's only since then that this is really gone, and it's continuously gone. It doesn't come back in summer. So we're gonna have to make our way over here. Remember, you don't want to touch these here. If you come to the beach, you'll see those little yellow berries or different colors. They do get like more of orange and brown later on as they start to ripen up. Please, and decay, please do not touch them with your hand. Make sure you get a stick and shake them out of the way. Do not put your towel on top of them and say, well, at least it's only a towel, it can't damage me. It will definitely seep through when your skin is scuffed. Look, this is one of them here, two of them here. at different stages. There's nothing more beautiful to me than the smell of March Neal. There's an aroma. It's not a sweet aroma, and it's not pungent. It's an aroma that March Neal creates, or when it's decaying, that it creates, that makes me know I'm on the West Coast, and adds that little extra special something that you really only find on the West. Now, we've shown you March Neal trees over by Bath Beach, Martins Bay, etc., and also inland a little bit. However, down here is really where you will find a lot of March Neal still. So another berry there as well. Believe it or not, some people have come to Barbados and have picked up these March Neal berries. I'll put them in their mouth thinking they're apples and want to see what it tastes like. That is no lie. I know of at least 3 occasions that happened when I worked in the cruise industry. So, and there are many other ones as well. So please, just be wary of what you're doing. Don't come here and think that every little berry tastes good. First of all, like for example, the same thing with the sea grape. They taste terrible. So make sure you make yourself aware of all of the things that you do not want to put in your mouth. Oh boy, that's too funny. Well, we had some guinnep, known as ackee by us, but guinnep really. On a couple of Saturdays ago, we bought a baby, brought them for my beautiful wife to try, and she quite enjoyed them. I didn't video it, obviously, because she enjoyed it. She just like screwed up her mouth and let go horrible gestures. Well, I would have had my camera with a flash, but she liked it. I didn't worry to video it, so you can be upset about that or not. There was no ulterior motive. Well, motive, I repeat. All right, so again, I don't know how many you got hard feet. If you walk in, this is what you're coming over. You want to walk these with barefoot, that's up to you. When you step on one of these rocks, it dislodges and moves and rolls forward and pins your toes between the rock you're on and the one in front of you. You will come back and say to yourself, I will never walk without boot shoes again, especially when I'm exploring. There's metal like this, not only in this step, but along the coastline you'll find it sticking up. Sometimes you don't even see it because it's just a matter of a grain or two under the sand, keeping it obscured from your vision. However, they're there, so please be careful when you're walking. Also you get people that come out here and drop balls all over the place, and break and scatter, and you don't even see them. Step on it, gone. All right, this is a man-made, well, all of them are man-made groins, but this is a movable one. This one is actually filled with water. This was laid here, I would say maybe 2-3 years ago, somewhere in that kind of time frame. It goes up quite a ways, and in normal conditions it would have had sand built up in this area here at certain times of year, and then the sand will shift to the other side at certain times of year. It all depends on the movement of the sea. If you're talking about cold front time, around winter and stuff, where you're getting movement of the sea from north, southward, or if it's summer when you're getting the big systems that may come and curl off of the south of the island, will start sending in from that direction, or any strong south winds that would also affect the sand. So it depends on what time of year as to how you'll find the sand settling around this groin here, but it is water filled. These homes around here have every facility you could possibly imagine. You can come down this beach and don't move for the day because everything is brought for you. All their drinks and everything. Is a massive bar restaurant here in front. This is, by the way, a private villa. There's a bar restaurant just inside here, full staffing. Good morning. Full staffing up there, ready to take care of you and stuff. So you can come and have a look at them. This is one of the biggest sea grape bush I have seen. So I'll show you it. But I know what you're going to say. People are going to say, but it's a sea grape tree. I am telling you it's a bush. And as I told you in the very beginning of this whole entire vlog, I do not fabricate the truth. And you can believe what I tell you. If Google or Bing or any of the search engines tell you anything different to what I'm telling you, write to them and complain and say you all do not know the truth. Get in contact with the Beijing warrior and he will update you. Sorry. I'm being serious about that. Alright, so when we passed here, we've seen some different water toys. We once passed here where they had a big float with like a gazebo on it, right out here. That was last year. This year there's something different this time, but all these places here try to offer the absolute best for the guests in their condos and in their villas. You will notice razor wire down here, quite a bit of it, cat wire. You'll also see tons of security cameras. These properties all down here are monitored continuously. You can appreciate a lot of people that can afford to stay down here have to be careful. We all have enemies in life, so we just have to be wary of that. Remember, protect your heart, protect your mind. Keep your mind free of any hate or any jealousy or anything such as. Keep it free of that. Be happy and contented with what you have. I won't lie to you. This week has probably been one of the most challenging weeks for me that I remember for a long time, and it is not just anything in particular. It's just I just felt challenged, you know, and Jeanette has also felt it as well. So, and it's not between the two of us at all. It's just as we just felt challenged. You know, it was a hard week, you know. So we haven't really done any vlogs either, which makes it even a little harder because we can't get rid of all the love that we're bottling up on the inside. But we have struggled through. You know, we knew what to do to get through it. Sometimes it was a little more difficult to implement it. Sometimes it was almost impossible to implement it, but we knew what we had to do, and therefore we did what we needed to do. And we're struggling. Every day is a struggle. Huh? Don't think that I walk about a beach or Jeanette walks about a beach and oh, they don't have a care in the world, man. They get up in the morning and go walk about a beach, spend the whole day. That is absolutely not so. Everything that you're worried about, we are worried about. So there's no difference. Just as that we come out here and we clear our minds and we get into areas that offers us serenity and obviously gives us an opportunity to heal and recuperate quicker than those who are in the middle of a concrete cluster, for example. You know, so these are the areas that we escaped. At one time I used to tell people I would drive to the Animal Flower Cave to hit my reset button, or I would go to Palmetto Bay, or I would call different places. Nowadays I tell you, we just go to the beach. If Jeanette and myself feel cluttered, feels pressured, for any unknown reason, it doesn't have to be one that we can identify. You just feel that way sometimes in life. You know, we just get to the beach as fast as possible. We get in the sun and we lay in the water, put our feet in the sand and just get as quick as possible. That's the healing. I guess all you all know that as well too, because when you come here, like first place you want to be magnificent property. Magnificent. We are not peeping in anyone's property. I'm walking on the concrete. I'll show you. I'm walking in concrete. I don't even have my hand extended. We're walking across this concrete section here. I'm just showing you some of the beautiful real estate in Barbados. And you can understand why the heavy security would be in these areas, because someone staying here is not paying $100 a night or anything like that there. So you understand everything must be in place for them to the absolute top notch. So this boardwalk here was laid years ago when the beach went, which it still pretty much is. In summer, general summer conditions, without barrel, we would have walked around here in sand even at high tide. You would have had maybe a little trace of something coming up on you. We wouldn't have had it splashing back off of these rocks and stuff. There would be sand filled much further out there, as well as around here going up. However, winter, that's the Christmas months and stuff, you're going to find it like this because of the north swells that would disrupt the sand and move it from these general areas here. So you will find this, a lot of you may be familiar with the water looking like this here right now. Coming into Sandy Lane Bay, someplace everyone says has pink sand. Yeah, we've seen what we call pink sand, but not only here, but many places. But Sandy Lane is definitely one of them. Depends on the sun angle and the kind of overhead conditions and stuff. Sometimes it's very pink and very easy to see. Sandy Lane is also notorious for its surf break, which comes in, well, there's nothing breaking on it right now, so hopefully, just to show you though, notice the discoloration of this area we're walking on. You can see traces of green coming up. So unless sand builds here and I see stops coming up here, you're going to get moss in these sections as well. So although there are, I can't remember what the actual term is for concrete, I think it's called brush concrete, so that you don't slip. Be careful please, you know, there's a chain link fence here, it's not electrified. So if you're seeing looking a little discolored and stuff, just put your hand on the chain link fence and keep it safe, all right? You don't want to hurt yourself. You want to enjoy yourself, but certainly don't want to bear the consequences of pain or stress or anything else that goes with it. All right, so the general sand lane break, right here in the center of the camera, not far out. Normally they will have a little swell that we could see. We'll be able to show you. There is a little trace of peaks here. You see there's a little south peak and a northerly little peak coming through there. Carry that out another 100 yards. And when it's big, that is where it's going to be breaking from, right where you're seeing the light blue go on to the brownish color, which is the reef itself. That's where it breaks. And the bigger it gets, the further out it breaks and the further into the bay it breaks. However, when out here has a big swell, we are going to caution you, do not go in the sea on the west coast. The west coast has a way of deceiving you because majority of the year is like a swimming pool. Calm conditions, no currents, no cross currents, nothing to that effect. However, when you get a north swell on the west coast, it is as deadly as the east coast. Not an exaggeration. You can get hit in a shore break out here that can break your back or break your limb quite easily. So when you see the west coast start to look a little different, if you're in the sea and it's calm, and then you see a smoothish swell come through, and then it start to look a little bit more wavy, come out of the water for me, watch it for a little while, talk to some of the locals around the area, and then if they recommend or if you see it coming back off, go in, but please don't fool around out here. It is no sense in taking chances, all right? And this place has a way of tricking you. South coast, deadly dangerous when there's a south swell as well, so you understand. All right, so normally, I keep keep saying normally. I can't use that word anymore because it doesn't happen so normal now. Many times we have come down here over the last 3.5 years of vlogging. I've walked these beaches many times before. Every year, the entire west coast, every year, entire south coast, every year, majority of the east coast. Didn't do a lot of the north point east of the island. Not the beaches that is around the Morgan Lewis Walkers, right down the corners by Foster's Fun Land. But I used to always see sand here. This always had sand you could step down. As you can see, the sand has moved completely. Normally in summer conditions, if we had not seen Beryl, we would have had sand that would have built on top of here for sure. Or most of it would have been built with sand. Once more, we're telling you about the water conditions out here and the moss conditions and along these edges. There is a wall here, please utilize that. One more time, do you want to walk across here without beach shoes? Alright, I think we said enough about beach shoes now. Alright, so we're going to make our way across and we're going to make our way back up on some rocks and move. I didn't really want to stop this vlog. I want to show you what we can show you. I'm not out to do anything really of any particular nature today. I just want to show you what the beaches look like. We haven't seen Sandy Lane since Beryl came through. I hadn't seen Paynes Bay. We were asked about producing that, if we could do that. We've been asked about some couple of places in the south which we haven't got to yet. Doesn't mean that we're overlooking you or forgetting your request. Hold on, I got put through. But what it does mean is we just haven't had the time. Now we're using a different setting on this gimbal, so sometimes you'll see me sky when I'm walking. Is because I'm paying attention to where I'm walking, going across here. They told you already it's quite dangerous going across here, so you gotta be careful. So if you're seeing yourself looking a little bit off center and thing, the unusual, it's because of the different setting we have on. It's giving it more of a free flow and hopefully bringing you even a smoother vlog. Remember, you don't want to be fool around out here if you have any concerns about your ability. Alright, remember I am a certified Olympian. I have amazing acrobatic skills. I am an incredibly physically gifted person. So we all see me do does not mean you can do it. Wow, do you think it needs Jeanette around me for me to talk nonsense? At all. I talk nonsense by myself. Even when I'm at home in a chair talking nonsense, I would do it to myself because I like my answers I usually give. Alright, so onward. You all see it, no sand, eh? There's Sandy Lane where you would normally hang out here with boards. No sand. See right up to this wall for sure. If it wasn't for these big stones, armored rocks in front, this wall would be under pressure. Still is, by the way. Alright, so we're working our way across here, so if you take a couple of like intermittent stops and stuff, you would understand that we are working across a pretty strategic area. Although I could run across here, hop, skip and jump to the very end. I don't want to really do that and risk the equipment. Not that I couldn't do it myself, but I'm a gifted Olympian, remember. I don't like to talk much about myself. As you would know if you were on here, actually I don't like to talk much anyhow. That would probably be taken in the same breath as the first comment was taken. So, anyway, let's go along. Hey, you know, this area that we're walking on seems to feel like it's never ending. You know, you're just going and going, it's just no sand. There is no sand. I don't even know, we may have to come back this direction to get back out to the road because down by Barbados and other areas down there, I would imagine have no sand. So it all depends on how the surge is on the walls down there as to how far we go. I'm doing as much as I can today because I don't know with these conditions how quickly we'll be back here. We will be back, but I'm really not in a huge rush to go over these rocks again. So we're going to be taking this in today. Hopefully you're enjoying it and hopefully this is what you want to see. For those of you that have not pleasured themselves to tea at Sandy Lane, you probably would never have seen this beach unless you're talking about years ago, or you have found it on one of those ultimate low tide days where you could comfortably walk around, because this is not the easiest thing for most people to do. Whoa! All the sand in front of Sandy Lane Beach Club gone. Absolutely gone. They had to actually put up protection there for the coconut trees because the actual embankment of sand that was there is no longer existing. Well, not at the moment. It's offshore. Don't know how long it will take before it comes back in, but it is offshore. Like, I'm noticing sometimes I'm stepping over stuff and finding this gimbal pointing up, but as I said, it's to bring you something a little different today. We've tried this out at Q on Thursday gone for the first time. It was actually, no, we tried it once before as well on the Whole Tongue Walk, which we showed you 𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐃𝐍𝐿𝐴. That was before Q. So we've tried it a couple of times. But what we're doing is we're trying all the settings to see how we can make ourselves familiar with them. We know this setting is probably the best one for like walking and stuff, because it takes away the downward kind of thump you used to get before, or I believe it does. But however, with that being said, it also doesn't give me the control that I have with the other fixers. So when I'm at Q in the community, it would be necessary definitely to use my other setting, because I tried it the other night with this in here in the crowd. Although we didn't do much dancing, and it was very difficult to get between people and get the reaction time that I wanted. Alright, so all here normally, beach, beach, beach. Not a lot. In this giant area here you can see, right here just below the armor rocks, where the concrete was laid. This is where the sand would normally have been before they had to put on these armor rocks. I don't think some of these armor rocks may be new, some may not be, because normally here has sand, so these could have been buried a long time ago and only now showing themselves. Alright, we're going to take the long way around here. I don't really want the backflip off of there right now. I have on a backpack. I don't want my umbrella to get caught upside down and give me a little bit of a challenge. Not fair. I also have a gold medal in the get up, fastest get up person, and the smoothest, least embarrassing recoil. So you all would know that as well. You would understand that, but I don't really think I have to tell you all. Alright, so you break straight offshore here. I would say just like, not just really, you see there's an orange buoy out there. That's where the peak, the general peak would be. Not that far out, but in that line from where we are, you can see the actual coral mass underneath the water to where it then goes to sand, where it's like light blue. That will give you an understanding of where we're talking about. That's the reef that the wave breaks on. Again, all here would have been sand. This almost this entire wall, again you could see almost the entire wall here, I mean, like halfway up the wall here is sand, so all this is gone. And you can appreciate why they're trying to save these coconut trees, because coconut trees take a while to grow. And these are looking beautiful, but all of what was supporting them has been washed away. So they've put on this box in, filled it with sand to give it some reinforcement to try and keep the trees in place. You also see them having the wood that's going off of it to hold them up so they don't get the wind blowing them down and stuff. A lot of work going on here to try and beautify it back again. For those who see blue umbrellas, pink umbrellas, two different entities. Pink umbrellas being Sandy Lane Resort itself. The blue umbrellas being the Sandy Lane Villa and property owners. This is their beach club. So this is where if you own a property or if you're renting a villa at Sandy Lane, opposite here. I can't tell you all of them, but most of them, you can come down here and use the day facilities down here, which will include the sun beds, umbrellas, and also a bar and everything up there as well. They also have their own raft. This raft here is for the beach club, and then the other raft, which is pink, is for the actual Sandy Lane Hotel itself. Steps have had to be built here. Can you imagine that? Steps had to be built where we were running up sandbars before, so it has definitely had a major impact. I can't say that I'm sorry that I missed being here to see this, but it would have been an experience to see what this west coast is like when the swell was hitting. I'm more concentrating south, didn't drive down the west, and we say, morning everybody, you all good? Share, enjoy, and love all over the world. Nice man, thanks. Alright, cool. So if you want, just chilling 3, see it here. If you want some water sports, you see all the different water sports he has, check out these guys on route. Alright, thanks man. You based in Hong Kong? Based out here? So if people come here and want some water sports, shout you up. Alright, so you got that. Based right here in Sandy Lane. Thanks guys. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to continue walking. You can see the kind of erosion that took place down here is really bad. What I will also tell you is a lot of the shore break area, because the sand has been moved, have some smaller rocks that you would not normally find in this general area here and some of the other areas. And you're also finding some reef that's exposed that was not there before, so just be careful when you come down here. You can see the kind of challenges these fellas have faced because of what the beachfront is like. West Coast, hammered. I would have to say it got more hit than the south. The south got hammered with the beach properties and stuff. I mean, I'm not Penang chill and those damages that they had, but the kind of beach damage I'm seeing on here is like seriously extensive for sure. I mean, you know, none of this here, this is all being sand here. You wouldn't have seen up under there at all. All where we're walking now would have been that type of elevation, right where we're walking now, and then it would have, well, maybe not as far out, more like probably here. There's a line, straight line onward. It would have been this kind of height, and then it would have tapered itself off into the sea. But all the reef you're seeing exposed here, not normally exposed, not in this immediate area. You see shelf reef all along the inside here. We get it in some sections, but not consistently right through like this. So the sand is moved. The sand is moved all over. Interesting to watch when it starts to develop and renews itself and revitalizes itself, because that'll be very interesting to bring to you, and also for you to come and enjoy as well. So don't think that right now I'm trying to tell you Barbados is not good to come on vacation, because that's a joke. I'm just showing you the sand movement. Barbados is beautiful and it's always ready. We have been ready for a long time waiting on you, so now you're starting to come back. Come and enjoy the island with us. Pleasure catamarans all over the island. Not calling any names this morning, but all over the island you can get pleasure catamarans for sure. We love Calabaza. Not calling any names, but I'm just mentioning that there. That was because Gina has taken care of myself and Jeanette numerous times, and we've had some amazing cruises with them. The other guys I know offer top notch as well. But as you know, we are only going to go on what we've actually experienced at this moment. But I can tell you that all of the catamarans in the island have great reputations. You can go online and find out which one you want to go on, or ask the question in one of the Barbados groups, and everyone will give you their input for sure. But beautiful. But fellas, we're up. All the beach gone, man. Wow. Hello, how are you? Alright, so on we shall go again. Now, our intention is to go right around front of Club Barbados, right around onto the Old Town Boardwalk, and as far down as we can by 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒𝐒. Maybe get down off of 𝐊𝐿𝐄𝐄𝐒𝐒 today. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. It's been a long vlog. I don't care. I'm going to do any walk anyhow, so if I can have battery life and the camera stands up and doesn't overheat, we can bring this to you. That's what we will do. Alright, we just get past these boats here. Then I'll give you a circle of love so you don't put the camera in anyone that's relaxing here, tanning. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just look. Does this not breathe a calmness in you? That's what you got called peace and tranquility for sure. Right, so as you see, all these chairs are down on an elevation that they would not be near normally. But because of the situation with the upper bank, it's now a lot lower, so they're further down the beach. However, this is high tide, so you'll see where the sea is coming up to. And unless there's a major surge, there's still a lot of beach area that they can put their chairs on and enjoy the time. But what a beautiful beach. Lots of work going on the west coast. When you're driving on the west coast, you see all the properties. A lot of the properties having work done on them. Some are very interesting that we want to visit for sure and see what it's like. This one here we're walking up on for the first time. I think we saw this here. Maybe. Could be. Can't remember offhand. But yeah, we do know there was renovations going on here, but we didn't see it this far progress. But beautiful. Once again, the same sea great bush. You can see how lovely a hedge they can build. I feel a bit warm, so I think to be honest with you, it's time for teasing. I mean, a serious teasing too, so. Oh boy, yeah, I definitely think it's time for teasing, because I got a few people on here that I know right now would just love to go in the sea. So, you know, as we always say, we try to do our best for you. So we're going to take a little dip in there. Hopefully this doesn't upset you too much. There we go. Alright, so what we like to do is to take you into the sea on occasions. Like talk to you about what it's like. You know, we do have people that follow this channel here, some that are hearing and vision impaired. Some hear what they can, and others see what they can. But we do have some of them that also follow us quite often on our journeys. You know, we're all about love and peace and happiness, and they're all about enjoying and receiving that as well. All right, so seawater today. All right, heavenly. Let's spit it to you again. Surrounding atmosphere, serene and calming. I'm going to let you take a little spin here for yourself. I'll let you see and enjoy what it's like to be in the sea right now in Barbados. Call your friends and say, listen, I go in for a sea bath. I will catch you in a few minutes time. I go into Barbados sea bath. So here we go. a slight ripple effect due to the wind that's coming across here now, so you may be getting that in your microphone at the moment as well too. Sorry about that if it's happening, but I really don't want to be carrying a lot of extra equipment out here, but I knew I was going to be going around some challenging points and stuff, so that's what I've done. Alright, coming back out, the drop off here is in multi-layers. The first one though, I would say probably is a knee-high drop off, and then it goes down another layer and then it drops off again, so nothing super challenging. However, as I said, it is loose, so if you come up on the surge as normal and step up, it could easily give under your weight, so just test it before you go and put all your weight up. You know, prepare to break the fall if it's necessary. That can happen. Alright, so again, I'm going to saddle up. So what I'm going to do while I saddle up, I'm going to give you a little more piece of serenity. Call this your EMC photo op. We're the only people that offer a live and in living color photo opportunity that moves. So here we go. I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Enjoy this little piece of serenity. It's compliments of the Journey 246, of course, and Barbados. Alright, that was it. I hope you all are still on, because I can't see anything in this camera. It is so bright out here that the overhead sun and stuff has me not able to see exactly what we're covering. So I hope you all are seeing something. It's a beautiful day. What's up, my brother? Okay, have a look at saying work. Let your folks see your work. Yeah. Cheese on breads. Check this out, man. All the stuff you do yourself, no?
Yeah.
Respect, man. Where we can find you?
I know pass you in Paynes Bay just now.
Right, but where you usually
Paynes Bay.
Paynes Bay?
Yeah.
So if anybody comes down opposite your church, throughout walkway and come and check you out.
Right, yeah.
Right, awesome, man. Your name is?
You just call me Sweet Boy Leroy.
Man, Sweet Boy Leroy, that's fine. That's the name we can call you too.
All
Sweet
right.
Boy Leroy, catch you.
Okay.
Alright, nice,
Enjoy your
man.
day, yeah?
Enjoy it, man, for sure. Alright, so that's nothing to be surprised at. That's what we do. We try and involve everyone we come in contact with. It doesn't have to be a Barbadian or local. It can be anyone. It makes no difference. Any living soul that we can possibly bring into contact with is what we try to do, because we're trying to spread love. Sometimes when you walk up to someone with a camera, or just walk up to someone and start a conversation and say to themselves, like, I wonder what this guy is up to, wonder what he if you see us walk up to you at any time, understand all we're interested in is spreading love and peace and happiness and kindness. So don't have any fear. All of our Q family will now tell you. When I say all of our Q family, because hundreds and hundreds of the family that we hang out with every week on a Thursday, they're known as the Q family, Q 100.7 FM. We always go there and get welcomed as we are their brother and sister. So anytime you see us coming up, do the same thing. No fear. We just want to bring you happiness. If you're having a hard day and a struggling day, and you don't want me on the camera, I understand that. Just give us an indication, gently and nice, no nasty finger in the ear or nothing. So just a nice, like, no, and we'll try and move from around you. I will tell you though, I have a terrible memory. So if I pass by the same way 2 or 3 hours after, signal again, because I may not remember you. This is the gospel truth. You know, the freedom of being able to laugh at myself is broken chains of what life expects of us, huh? Because we're expected that when we embarrass ourselves or when we make a mistake, that we're supposed to cow down and feel as though we're not worthy, or that we have to be puppets, or that we don't know better. No, I disagree with that 100%. Laugh at it. Because if we make a mistake, whether it's something that's embarrassing or not, laugh at it. I do it every week. I walk around every week and I interview people and I go and say things to people where I put my foot in my mouth. Bearing in mind, I wash my feet well so they don't taste bad. But if you do not wash your feet, I suggest you wash them. And anytime that you go around, put your foot in your mouth, smile and laugh. That's the way we do it. That's the way we enjoy life. A lot of work going on here again. These villas, man, they never seem to stop. I don't know. I find that majority of these, when you get people buying on the south, most of the time, they will renovate the property and come with a nicer looking property. However, on the west, I have found that majority times when people buy property west, they go to ground level and start all over again. I don't know if that is just my observations or something, but I'm sure some of you may also agree with that, because you don't really pass a west coast property that's getting the walls skinned off and then getting plastered and put back up. You find them taken right down and going right back up in a different design. So that's what you find a lot on this coastline. If you do not know, this was originally, I used to call this, I remember when I first started tour guiding years back with Ellie Williams Tour Company Limited. We used to call it the Gold Coast. All of a sudden it took on the name of Platinum, but it's a beautiful coastline. So either of those two will describe it aptly for sure. So we were mentioning about the difficulties in getting to Sandy Lane Beach. Bearing in mind this beach does not normally have this volume of sand in this area where we're standing right now. Normally it's a little close up, like we're seeing the high water, the difference in the color there, where the high water is going to. That's normally where like mid or low tide would be generally, or not this density of sand. Even if there is sand here, it would be not this kind of angle or density. That's because all of it's being washed from the southern end of this bay up to this side of the bay, and in between, all along the reef line area as well. Alright, so we're going to be coming up on a place called Club Barbados in a second. Difficulties in walking these beaches again. It's very, very difficult on some occasions. And as I said before, please be wary when you're walking. All kind of alien spikes and stuff waiting on you around the place. I'm not saying they're all over, but the time that you're not looking for them is the time that you will step on them for sure. Highly recommend beach shoes again if you're walking long distances. Keep your feet comfortable and safe. Yes, yes, yes. How are y'all going? I know it's hard. Don't let the water come off the street on you all, you know. You all good though, fellas? You all take the whole beach up in here when barrel pass. The damage. Yeah, I see that. Oh, every move aside, man. And you agree to see all guys. That tree? Wow. You looked at Paynes Bay at all? You been up there? Paynes Bay Beach? Devastated, man. Yeah. My brother, be sharing love and stuff, so thanks for sharing and interacting, huh? You all have a great day, right? Alright, cool, man. Alright, so you all know normally there's no sand here. When we walk across here, we've shown you all, you're usually walking in water or just a little skim of sand, but as this gentleman quite just said, sort of like agreeing with what we've been talking about, all the sand from Sandy Lane was moved down here in barrels, so everything from south moved northward. But all here normally. Again, sometimes a year you could come here. It depends on the year, the kind of winter season we've had. Winter season, people say winter season because we don't have a winter season in Barbados. The winter season that creates cold fronts up in the northern areas like United States, Canada, etc. that come down through the Atlantic, generate massive cold fronts. If they come deep enough, those swells come into Barbados. That will shift sand from the northern side of the beaches down to the south or to the centered areas. However, Beryl completely reversed. She came in from the south and impacted everything, threw everything in the opposite direction. You will also remember when in days gone by you could walk right around in front of Club Barbados on sand. No problem on these beaches. What's up, my brother? You good? Respect, man. Have a good one, man. Nice. Yeah, man. Alright, so we can take our walk up here. This is Club Barbados. I'm not sure which accommodations are open at the moment. I know that Treasure Beach, I keep saying Turtle. Treasure Beach and the Tambourine, I know they're closed. Treasure Beach is going through some massive renovations. I think Tambourine is going through pretty much its usual annual renovations. So I'm not sure if it is open. I see guests beyond here, so I guess it is. So the beach is sort of like being created off of the beach here. All this here has been sort of like casted with sand and decored as though you're actually on the beach. So this is the beach you will have at Club Barbados right now. There are certain times a year that you get a little more sand building up in front of here, but you will look, all the sand has been stripped off of this reef. There's absolutely no trace of sand out here at all. And this is going right down from what I can see. You'll see a little further on as we walk. We don't want to stop here because we are on hotel property, but we do get the authority to walk through here, or the right of way to walk through here, because you can't walk through the water, obviously. And this is pretty much used, so we respect that and we don't really do too much here. I'll walk in front of everyone and point to see as we go by here for a minute. You can see that there's a little trace of sand here. There are certain times of year, usually summer, because that's when the sand builds in general. Usually in summer you'll get sand building out here. You get a little beach in this general section, but years gone by that you can walk right up this coastline. How are you all this morning? Okay, wonderful. So, still beautiful, right on the waterfront. Got your airs up here that you can go and lay on as well. Steps going down. Again, it's not something that everyone can go down. It's looking a little bit challenging right now for people who may not have the strength in their legs or the ability to balance right now. That will be a challenge, I'm sure. Notice there is some moss in the bottom side, so when you get down there, please be wary. That doesn't let you slip, slide and fall away, but all moss can slip, slide and fall you away, but that's not the one that I am usually more cautious of, for sure. Yellow flags up indicating be careful, and that's something I have not seen here before, so that may be something that have started now. But look at the transparency of the water and the calmness of the water. It's just not just beautiful. Welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados compliments of the Journey 246. Journey 246 founded out of COVID. In the darkest place in my life, I had no other resort but to go on my knees, which I had not done since I was a teenager. While on my knees, I was told to get up and give away everything that's bestowed on me, all the blessings. So from that day onward, that started our journey, which has gone through many different phases. It basically does the same things it always has done: share love, even more intensely now than ever. You know, because we go into much bigger establishments with bigger crowds and stuff. You know, so it's changed in that way. But we generally bring you the beauty of Barbados through our, no, we bring you the beauty of Barbados through our eyes. And generally it can be a sunrise, or it can be in the day as it is right now. It can be queuing in the community, it can be a cultural event. We got some dances coming up, we got some big birthday dances coming up that the people who are hosting have asked us to come and vlog for them. All these are ripples of love. We don't get anything for them. We do it, well, I shouldn't say that, because that is not the truth. Because right now, my richest thing in life is love. And I get love coming back. So yes, we do get something from them. We get an abundance of love from our family. Brothers, 2 brothers for life, one DJ Scotty, one Mr. Smooth himself, Mr. Q Driver. You all can see those things in September on our Facebook page. If you know either of those 2 individuals, or if you want a good time, come and check out those dances. We will be vlogging a couple of them. We'll be doing the ultimate garden party, and we'll be doing Smoothie's dance. That, well, God spare life, of course, and also give us the ability to do so. That would be our intention for sure. All right, DV Heritage. So, as you would know, next door, the club, been through many different changes. It was DV, it then went to Almond Beach, then it went to the Club Barbados. But all along, DV continued this property. This was called DV Heritage. It was a couples resort. You couldn't bring children here. This was just for couples. However, this functioned well until COVID, and then it closed its doors, and we haven't seen it reopen. What I can say is they've done a little work on the property, because we've been through many times through here. It looked desolate. It looked really terrible. You know, all things were all in disarray. Yes, it does look as it could get some more work done on it. However, it's not being utilized right now. You can see that, unless it's utilized for offices, but the landscaping has been nicely done. So much more appealing to the eye when we're walking through here. But this is what used to be DV Heritage. All right, onward we shall go. I guess it still is it, because it has its name out there, but it's not functional. It hasn't been so since COVID. Beautiful, beautiful coastline. Unfortunately, very difficult to get to see now. We got a challenging area coming up. I'm hoping I will be able to get through it, because this is a long way to go back if I do have to go back. The exit from here pretty much is right back up past Sandy Lane, through by Sandy Lane up. So you cannot get down to where we are right now on a public thoroughfare, nowhere down here. So if you want to get to Sandy Lane, you either come from where we went or where we're going. So there's no public entrance or exit from here. So if we don't get the full way, we have to do this entire walk right back up one Sandy Lane, out to the road, and then down the road, which is not a problem, because we want to see how far we can get, but that is a possibility. All right, now I know that one of our family has family that own this here, and believe it or not, the roof of this here was designed for me when I was doing skateboarding for my gold medal in the Olympics. And they built this here so I would have something resembling a vicious skating park. So this was really my design for me. I know that Elise will probably counter that and say that is not true, Nicholas, you're talking a lot of nonsense, but I started off in the beginning, I can maintain it. I don't fabricate the truth. I give you as it is. All right, all over here, dislodged a lot. Along here had a lot of mud and stuff, a lot more level than this here. So this up here was obviously getting pounded by the big surf as well. You can see all of the kind of wear and tear that's happened along the hedge area here. It's pretty heavy for sure. But in general, the armored rocks in the outer section here seem to have held it pretty good. I mean, I don't see any major damage on the internal property. I'm not scanning it in that direction in case anyone's over there relaxing and stuff, but we go by it now for now. We do scan in villas and stuff on occasions, but only when we are sure there's no one lying down relapsing or anything like that there. You don't like to put the scan and pan into them, because you'll be leaving a bit of privacy, and that's what we're trying to maintain here at the moment. But beautiful, huh? Don't think that what I just said about maintaining privacy, that if you're standing up behind 4 other people at Q in the community or any other event, and you skinning your teeth at them because they filming them, and you see me coming to you, you want to hide, there is no privacy there looking for you. I don't like to tell lies, I like to tell you the truth as it is. Alright, so our fear and concerns of having to turn back are looking more and more realistic as we go. So I'll show you why. And it's mainly the tide at the moment and the backwash that comes off of this wall. But this wall goes for a considerable bit. It doesn't just stop there. Remember, these rocks here can throw you down quite easily. So step gently until you're sure there's no movement, and then put your weight. Don't go and put your weight on and fall off. I would love to get around here, but around here, as you can see, the backwash coming off of this wall, pretty intense, and there is no sand. I would go around here. If it had sand under the water, I'll scotch myself around there. But the problem is, if I go around there now, I'm walking on coral, which I cannot see basically what I'm walking through. I have to feel my way through it, and then I can't watch that happening. So rather than lose our equipment, we will stop it here. I can take out as far as I can on this groin here, hopefully, that you can see where we would have gone and what comes after here, because you have seen the other side already, but you haven't seen this side here. So you just go as far as you can here. Right, so it's not just to this point here that I'm concerned about. There's a little bit of sand there, as you can see, but after that point is a longer strip than this, based from the amount of water you're seeing out there on the second point that we're seeing here, not this very first, the second one. You can see it's quite deep as well, and a lot of splash bats coming. You can see it coming off the wall to rebound. So we're not going to take that chance with our equipment. As I said, we only have one set of equipment, and the journey is not just for today. It's an ongoing journey that we're going to try and cater to every day. So we have to protect our equipment as we have to protect ourselves. All right, so I'm going to give you a little spin off here. And as we said, that's Sandy Lane. That's where we have to go all back up there. Back over all that there, but as you can see, it's beautiful. A lovely walk. A little bit challenging up the Sandy Lane itself after you pass Sandy Lane. But that's where we got to go. So we're ready and we're going to go for it. But without the camera, we will zip across here in a hurry. And then the other side is where you're seeing that sand just over there. And then you see the railing just after that. That's where you would turn right and go up to Sandy Crest Medical Center. That is the public entrance that would take you to that point. So if you're in Whole Town and you want to come out onto that beach, you would take that entrance, which is opposite Sandy Crest. It's just a little bit to the Bridgetown side of Sandy Crest Medical Center, and you will come down there to the actual boardwalk. And then you can walk on our boardwalk down to 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐒, sorry. So I'm not too sure what we will be doing later on. This could very well be it for today. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had the pleasure of bringing you out here, showing you this. I've actually had a joy to see it, because I haven't been out here since Barrow, or even for a couple of weeks before that. So, you know, it's been eye-opening for me. I had no clue of the damage that I have seen, and I can imagine they've had quite some time to put measures in place to try and beautify as quick as possible. So imagine how bad it would have been. So, you know, you've seen it now for yourself. So if you're coming to Barbados to stay in these areas, you see, you can find areas to stay in. It's no problem. There's no fear of that whatsoever. The sea is beautiful. Please bring your beach shoes, though, if you're going to do extended walks as I'm doing. That's just our recommendation. I think I've shown you why we're making a recommendation today, or we've told you about things that you can find which you will understand why you recommend that. You know, have a great day. Be blessed. Be peaceful. Be kind. You know, we have challenges ahead of us. We're going to work on them one at a time. We're going to say our serenity prayer, know where our responsibilities lie, where we have no control over. We're going to try our best not to let things of tomorrow or beyond impact our joy and peace for today, and just deal with the things that are right in front of us, living in the moment, as it's called. But that's what we're going to do, and that way then we'll hopefully be able to have the peace and the serenity and the joy that we're supposed to. Remember, God wants us to live in happiness. He doesn't want us to live in sadness. You know, so if something is happening, there are reasons for it. If you don't understand the reason for it, there are reasons for it. It can't be just reasons for it when things are good. And then when things get grim or sad, like you say, oh, how will this could be done? You live by a belief. You stand by your belief. It will make life much easier. You know, each and every one of you all, thanks again for joining us. Thanks to the EMC Live Warriors. The EMC Live Warriors are those that come on where we're broadcasting live and join us and give energy by saying hello to others online, by giving us thumbs up if they like what they're seeing, you know, by commenting if they want to let us know something that they think could be done better, or congratulate us on our efforts, what we're doing. Remember, you're the encouragement, you're the inspiration, you know, that helps us to continue the journey. The journey will be continued on, even if it is without a phone or without anything else, because I'm walking to the light, so is Jeanette. However, you all make it a lot more encouraging to be here every day and do this here or whenever we can. A lot of pleasure crafts here. You would know this is the wrecks that Jolly Roger sunk years ago that they used to use. This is where the Jolly Roger wreck site is. You will remember, if you're talking back in those days, of how big that beach was. You would have come down the same path there opposite Sandy Crest, but you would have come onto a big beach. That no longer is there. but they're still using the wrecks out here. They're beautiful groins, just like that one that you're seeing over there that's being laid. That's a surge groin. There are many of them laid out here, especially in this immediate area. You can see some of them are actually coming above the water at the moment because the tide is beginning to drop off, and some are above water anyhow. Those are incredible snorkeling areas. So bring your mask and your fins and stuff and come out and enjoy some of this whole town. As you know, they have those right on the beach with all the terrapin and stingrays and turtles. This is your option here if you want to do something that's not in the whole town area. You can walk up the beach and take a swim out here. Remember, life is beautiful. You know, we got to find negatives in every day. Don't look for those, look for the beauty, because there's tons of beauty. You know, the first thing I wake up in the morning, this morning I say to myself, you know, Nicholas, you have this beautiful woman lying on next to you that you know God has sent you to walk the journey with you and keep you on track. And you have life to live today to give more joy and love to people. That is the inspiration that got me up this morning. And then from there, I've kept building on it and on it and on it. Have a blessed day. Love you all. I can leave you. I give you 30 seconds. I can do the countdown. 30 seconds. I'll take it in. You see this view, all the other view. This view looks beautiful. Enjoy that.